Nominee in the LA Comedy Awards. Put your hands together and welcome Perry Kurtz. Oh my God. Oh my God. Please sit down. Please sit down. Please back up from the stage. We don't want anybody to get it. Please back up. Oh my God, thank you for being here. How is everybody? Everybody all right? How many people are here real quick? No, count off one by one. Let's start. Wow, this is the best night of tonight. This is unbelievable. Welcome to the show. My name is Perry Kurtz. I am one of the nominees in the LA Comedy Awards, and they asked me if I could come down and host the show because they were expecting this big crowd that we have tonight. Okay, they were expecting a crowd that we have tonight, and I said I would come down and do it. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. As you can probably tell, I am an ex-male stripper. I'll tell you when it's a fucking joke. And actually, it is the truth. I started in comedy in 1979. I moved from Philadelphia to San Francisco because in those days, there were actually 5 comedy clubs, and you could go out and do comedy 5 nights a week. And to do this business, you got to get out there. You got to practice. You got to be on stage every night, every chance you can. And the only place I could make money was at the male strip show on Broadway in San Francisco. Now, when I say male strip show, it was the male strip show for women. Okay, the only one for women in San Francisco, because in those days there were a lot of guys in San Francisco that were, let's just say they were extremely happy. Okay, let's just put it like that. They were very, very happy. These are guys who would, they would bend over forwards for you. You know what I'm talking about? I don't think you know. But it was great in those days because it was before AIDS. You could actually touch a vagina and not die. Boy, have things changed now. Anybody remember those days? Boy, I missed that. Now you got to use condoms. I believe them completely. I wear them all. I've got one on right now, and it's kind of neat because when I walk, it slides up and down, and it feels like I'm never alone. So, but I'm a little different than most comics that you see these days. Number one, I get laid. Right there, that separates me, and that's because I'm happily married to the same woman for 18 years in a row. Is that amazing? I love this. It doesn't matter what kind of crowd I play for. When I say I've been married for 18 years, women all start applauding. And I can't tell if they're genuinely happy for me or just glad I'm off the street. I don't know. But I got lucky. I met my wife 19 years ago. We met online. Has anybody done this where you chat to each other? It's a great way to meet people because you can lie and you figure you're never going to meet them anyway. So I was lying. I'm typing back, oh, I'm 7'5", blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm so well endowed, I'm not even using my fingers to type. And then I get 3 keys in a row, and she types back, I'll bet you're a fat little Jew, aren't you? You know, I'm looking for a camera. But I love my wife, a very funny lady, that's what's important to me. Like I said, I've been doing comedy 30 years, and it's hard to make me laugh. And she's spontaneous like I am. I don't write jokes anymore. I just get up and talk about my life. Whatever happens, that's a joke. And she's the same way. One night she was bending over, and I was looking at her butt and said, hey, honey, you're smiling at me. And she went, and I said, what was that? She said, I threw you a kiss. I was glad it wasn't a French kiss. You know what I'm talking about? She also has very large breasts. Very large breasts. Her breasts are so big she will bend over a table and dust without wanting to. Her breasts are so big she has smaller breasts orbiting around them. That's how big they are. But yeah, I live in downtown Los Angeles, right in the middle of 6th and Spring, and of course today they had the Daytime Emmy Awards. Did you know about this? They were all over town. I was trying to get down Spring Street, and I actually hit one of the Daytime Emmy Award actresses, and there was Botox all over my roof. It was horrible. See, that was a new joke that I wrote today that I thought was going to be funny. Almost funny. It was almost got a laugh. I got a lot of nods, which is important, so it has potential. I got to find a better punchline. Maybe plastic would be good. But that's the way I am. I don't think about things. I've always been this way. I got started back in 7th grade. That's when I knew that I could make people laugh. It was the first day of school. I went in and signed the roll sheet. I wrote my name. I wrote Perry Kurtz. Then I wrote Dick Kurtz. So what happened is the roll sheet goes to the front of the room. Teacher picks up her, reads it. Well, thanks. Who's Perry Kurtz? And I raise my hand. And then she says, who's Dick Kurtz? Everybody put their hand up at the same time. And I was suspended the first day of school. I go home. My dad's waiting at the front door. Boy, I think you better learn to watch your mouth. So I went. He looks at me and says something I've heard all my life. What are you, a comedian? Well, I'm going to be. Well, you're a dick now. Go to your own. And that's what comics are, we're basically dicks. You know, we make fun of people, you know, like I can make fun of this guy sitting right up in the front row, sitting by the chicks thinking he's got a chance of getting laid, you know, and you might, if you pull out enough cash in this town, anything's possible. And look at the women, they're going, there ain't enough money in the world, so forget about that. Yeah. We have any married people here? Anybody here married? I'm the only one? So you guys are all happy then? Okay, well, yeah, I did a joke last night. I did a fundraiser down in Long Beach, and it was right by the water, and we were watching the sunset. And luckily the sun set before the show was over. And I got up there and I said, wow, did you guys see the sunset? It was beautiful today. And my wife loves sunsets. I wish she could have been here at sunset, because when she sees the sunset, you know, it makes her, you know, sleepy. And at least she'd shut up for 10 minutes. And that was a joke I did last night. It wasn't funny then either. But that's what comedy's like. See, we get up, we work our stuff, we talk about our lives, we get up here, we spill our guts, and that's what makes it funny. That's what you guys relate to. It's all about emotion. And this, the LA Comedy Awards, is a great deal. I got this great award. I'm getting to work to a great looking crowd here, except for the one guy up front. And we're here in the lovely Beverly Hills, otherwise known as Jewville. You notice that there's a lot of Jews in this town. I can smell gefilte fish just sitting here. Well, that might be coming up from the wharf, I don't know. But I want to tell you guys this is a live show, in case you're not aware of that. We do ask you to try and laugh out loud, because a lot of you guys, I'm watching, you're like, this guy right here, instead of laughing when it's funny, you're sitting there going, which really doesn't do anything for us. It's important that you laugh out loud so we know how we're doing, because your laughter tells us how we're doing. That's a barometer. If you laugh at something, we know you like it. And of course, then we will continue to talk about that, and you guys hopefully will continue to laugh. So if you guys could just laugh once in a while, that would be really nice. So I want to ask you a couple questions, simple stuff, to find out what you know about me. And what I want you to do, if your answer is yes, I want you to make it sound very popular in the Deep South. If your answer is yes, I want you to go, ee-haw. All right, see, women like it already, because women just like to make noise. So on the count of 3, everybody go ee-haw as hard and as long as you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ee-haw. Okay, very good. First question. How many people are seeing me tonight for the first time? Ee-haw. Okay. And how many have never seen me before? Okay, I confused a couple of people. We'll simplify. How many people are here tonight? And how many don't know? Great. How many really don't give a shit at this point? Now I know what I'm working with, all right? How many people in the past week have had sex? Got real quiet there, didn't it? And just for the hell of it, how many had sex with another person? Anybody at all out there? You know, sometimes when I say that, I watch and the couples will look at each other first before they answer the question. Like they're checking. And it's always the guys that think they're in control. Guys think we control sex. You women control sex. You know what? You own the amusement park. You do, but once in a while we get to buy a ticket and go for a ride, because I've been married 18 years, so for me it's a lot like Disneyland. I have to wait 5 or 6 hours and it's over in 30 seconds. Yeah, but we got a great show for you tonight. I thought I would do something a little bit different. Everybody's going to be up here just basically talking.